I just purchased a Kask Star Lady Hunter helmet, and I thought I would share the unboxing experience with you. This one came from Royal Equestrian, which is a company in the UK. So I'll show you the package. This is the overall box. They do have this Royal Equestrian label. Now you might think, why are you ordering the helmet from the UK? They had a great price. And they also have 48-hour expedited shipping. So I was able to get the helmet in 48 hours through DHL shipping, and it arrived perfectly. And I'll show you a little bit about what the package looks like and what the experience is like. So we'll just open up the box, and inside there is the Kask helmet box. I'm just going to pull that out. Okay, I'll put this box down. So there is the Kask helmet box. It is a magnetic box, so it has a little bit of a lid. So see how it stays shut? And then I open it, so it's a magnetic box. It's really quite pretty. The box says, "Don't follow the trend, start it." Then it has a picture of an Equestrian, one of their Swarovski crystal helmets. I did not get that when I got the Hunter one. And then you can see the helmet in the bag. So let's take it out of the bag. First, this is the bag. It's pretty nice. It has a zipper on the front for your gloves, has little backpack strings on the back, and then it has this little cord. They do have it tightened or looped, so I'm just gonna undo the loop. It's got a toggle. We'll release the toggle, pull it up, open it, and we'll pull out the helmet. So they do have it in a plastic wrap. I'll go ahead and remove the plastic wrap so you can see what that looks like. And there it is, the Kask helmet. This is the Star Lady Hunter helmet. So the Star Lady Hunter helmet has a brim that's wide to keep the sun away from your eyes while you're riding, to deflect the sun while you're on course. It has a matte finish. So notice it does not have the shiny finish that a lot of the Kask helmets have. So it's a little bit more subdued for the Hunter ring. So let's talk a little bit about this Kask Star Lady helmet. I mentioned that it has the wider brim. It also has ventilation, so it's a little bit hard to see. Let me see if you can maybe see through it. No, you can't. There is ventilation up here in the top and in the back. There is some nice foam. We'll zoom in so you can see the inside of this helmet. Actually, let me just unclip it so you can see. Okay, there you go. So you can see the padding. So it has nice padding inside the helmet. It has vented padding, which is great. This one is the 57, and you can remove the liners. I'm not going to do that because this one's new, but what I like about the helmets of today is they generally have these removable liners. I like that for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's very hygienic. We sweat in these helmets all the time, so it's important that we're keeping the helmet clean. We want to make sure that we're keeping our face clean too, and making sure that we're having a nice hygienic ride. The other thing is that helmets of the past that were just lined in foam, over time that foam compresses and the helmet will stretch, the liner will stretch, and the helmet won't fit so well. And even with these helmets, these little foam pads are going to stretch out over time. So you can just replace the foam so long as you've not fallen in your helmet, and make sure that you're getting that nice tighter fit. The other thing is that helmets like this, they come in shell sizes. So if your hair changes over time, so long as the shell is the appropriate size, you can just switch out the liner to adjust for the changes in your hair. I know we always hear people talking about the fact that, you know, they usually ride with their hair down when they're at home, and then at a show they put their hair up in the helmet. If your hair doesn't add so much bulk that you end up in a different shell between up or down, you can basically address that through different liners, which is great. So let's continue taking a look at this helmet. What I like about the Kask Star Lady is that it does have a little bit more protection as you get to your brainstem. A little known fact is that when I was a child showing 4-H, we had a fellow rider have an accident at our state show, and she damaged her brainstem. She did not have a helmet on. We did not wear helmets back in the day, and certainly not for Western. So I do like that this has that little bit of extra protection. It is cut away as well for your neck. We've got a nice harness, so it's a nice black harness, and even though it looked difficult when I was unclipping it, it actually clips in quite easily. and it's super easy to adjust. There's just a little toggle here that you pull, and this way you can adjust the harness. So that is the Kask Star Lady. It's a beautiful helmet. One of the things I like about this helmet is it's ridiculously light. It's so light that when I first tried this helmet on in a store, this was 3 years ago, I didn't even realize it was still in my head, and I was walking around and had forgotten that the helmet was still on my head. It's that comfortable and light. It is super squishy on the inside. When I compare it to a GPA First Lady, that's a pretty stiff on the inside helmet. This helmet has a really soft, comfortable feel. It's a little bit softer than a Sam Shield, if that's something you're familiar with already. I would say, you know, in terms of softness around your head, this is the softest. Sam Shield's the next. The GPA is definitely a little bit stiffer. And it does have a little bit more of a cut away for your ear or your hair, so you do want to do the hair patties over your ear, of course, like we do in the Hunters. But it's a great helmet. It's really beautiful, very low profile, and lightweight. So if you're like me and you've got past neck injuries, it's really helpful to have a lightweight helmet that is comfortable, that is not adding to the stress of your ride. So I highly recommend. It's a beautiful helmet, and super happy to have it.